What's good, boys? Welcome to the second video in this organic boot camp. In this one, we'll just basically be going over apps like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, the four apps that you will be posting all your videos that you make on. We'll be going over like the algorithm, how they work, what converts better than what, just kind of the basics of all the apps, just so you can kind of get a feel of which apps are more important, which apps you should be focusing on more, just stuff like that, the basics. All right, so TikTok. With TikTok, what I've realized is that posting times, hashtags, all that shit, it doesn't matter. Like, I know you guys see gurus or you see videos on organic dropshipping that you look up on YouTube about what time should I post, what hashtag should I use, how can I go viral? Basically, you're trying to find like a hack of how to go viral. On TikTok, it doesn't matter. TikTok pushes the videos that are good, and then the videos that are bad don't get pushed. Really, I would say TikTok is the best platform when it comes to telling you if your video is good or not. TikTok will be very honest. And when you post like as much videos as I have or other experienced organic dropshippers, you'll start to really realize that because when you go back on either your old accounts or your products that you're running now, you'll look at the videos that got millions of views and you'll be like, all right, I see why this one went so viral. And then you look at a video that didn't do as well and you'd be like, all right, I see why this one did go viral. And you can kind of learn from that. So that's what I really think TikTok's really good for. But yeah, so warming up your account, saying link in bio, like at the end, like in a paper or text on the screen, none of that really matters on TikTok. Like, I know a lot of people say it does, but it really doesn't. That's just what I've seen. All right. Some things you want to avoid on TikTok. This is probably the biggest one is reusing or reposting the same clips. You can't do that on TikTok. TikTok's algorithm is so smart. If you film a video, like let's say you had that million view video that you're like, all right, I'm just gonna repost that same video. Don't do that. It will totally mess up your entire account. Same thing with clips. Like if you had a few like clips or like your hand movements were good or a certain angle, certain lighting was good, don't reuse or repost those clips. Just redo the video, just remake the video. You're better like if you have a hook that did good with a certain background, just remake the entire thing. Just go bar for bar with your video, but make a different video. If you make the same video and reuse the same clips, TikTok's going to see that and then they're just going to flag your video and they're not going to push it. The other thing is interacting with burners. So obviously it's inevitable. You're going to get burners are going to find your product. The more viral you go, burners are going to find your product. Just block them if you can. If you see them comment, just block them. If you see them follow you, just block them. The last thing you want to do is make reply videos to burners, make comment under what the burners are saying, like any of their comments. So the only thing that's going to do is attract more of those accounts. Like I said, TikTok's algorithm is just insane. So when they see that you're interacting with those type of users, people that only see products, it's just going to send them to more burners. And obviously, we don't want to hit burners because one, we don't want people stealing our products, and two, burners don't buy from you. Those aren't your customers that you're trying to hit. And then another thing, I don't know why the fuck it says too early, is running ads. You don't want to run ads at all. We do organic dropshipping for a reason. There'll be stuff that will pop up on your thing like promote your video for $10. Never do that because then TikTok will just be like, all right, this guy will pay for views. He'll pay for likes. We'll only push his stuff when he's paying us. So one, that'll mess up your account. Two, going viral really isn't that hard. It's a skill you can learn. And once you learn the skill, you can do it over and over again. And then you don't have to pay for that. We run organic. We do not do ads. All right, for your peace of mind, this is what I do. So like the kind of stereotype or like the what am I looking for? Superstitious stuff that I was kind of talking about up in the video that some people say. These are just the things that I do is warming up my account. But the only thing I do for warming up my account is just optimize my For You page. So what optimizing your For You page means is if you're running an anime product, literally just look up cool anime edits, set it to most like within the past month, and just start scrolling, liking, and engaging like a normal person in that niche. And what that will do is it'll give your For You page just be full of anime content. And what you can do with that is, one, you can get video ideas. Two, you can get trending sounds in that niche. And three, if you don't know the niche, like I don't really watch anime that much. Actually, I never watch anime, but you can start to learn about that niche. Like I've ran a few anime products, I've ran some Harry Potter products, I've ran I've ran products in these niches that I don't necessarily watch, but I could basically give you the spark notes to that niche just because I scroll on my Optimize For You page and get to know the niche more. All right, another thing that I do, I post 2 videos a day because your quality will always be more than the quantity. Guys, don't post 10 videos a day just because you're like, oh, if I post 10 videos every single day, I'll have a better chance of going viral in one of them. You won't. Like I said, TikTok will push good videos and they won't push bad videos. So just 2 quality videos a day, and then try to keep them at least an hour apart so TikTok doesn't think you're spamming the page. So you don't want to be labeled as a spammer, because once TikTok labels your account as like a spam account, your account's cooked and you're just going to have to make a new account. All right, so when to create new accounts. This is a big thing because we really don't want to be wasting time when it comes to this. If your video is consistently around, like, so let's say you post like 20 videos and you can't get over 500 views, or you see a video that's under 100 views, just get rid of the account, make a new one, because that just means that TikTok doesn't think your account's good, or you did something to mess it up, like they think you're a spammer, just shit like that. So if you see that, it's just time to make a new account. You have a better chance just making a brand new account and trying to go viral on that one than keep on posting and posting on an account that will not give you more than 500 views. All right, now we'll go into Instagram. Instagram's been big recently. I mean, it's probably the best platform when it comes to longevity. Actually, is the best platform when it comes to longevity because, one, you can make your account look so much more branded on Instagram. You can post stories, CTAs, all that shit. Like, you can make your highlights. It just makes your page look so much more branded. All right, but now we'll get into a few things about kind of the Instagram algorithm. It is like a reposting platform. So obviously you guys see people repost shit from TikTok, like funny memes or funny things that they see on TikTok, and they post them on their meme page and they blow up. Like Instagram's always like a month or 2 behind TikTok when it comes to like the memes and all, just most stuff in general. So obviously you want to edit. You can either edit on CapCut or TikTok. I normally just edit on TikTok, and then you post on TikTok, and then you repost on Instagram. And the one thing you can also do with Instagram is you can repost your viral video. So like we were talking about earlier on TikTok, how if your video got 1,000,000 views, do not repost it. On Instagram, that's different. If you get a video that gets 1,000,000 views on Instagram, give it 5 to 10 videos of you posting new stuff and then repost that same video. And sometimes it will go even more viral than the first time you posted. I've seen it happen countless times before. All right, the next thing, this is something that I've just kind of found. This is my personal opinion on the algorithm of Instagram, is when you make a new account, it performs better than if you found like an old account that you used to have. Like, let's say you have your main Instagram. Obviously, we're not drop shipping off of our main Instagram, but like, let's say you have like 2 other accounts that maybe, I don't know, you use to stalk people, or you have 2 other accounts for some reason. If you made those accounts 2 to 3 years ago, those accounts are basically dead. They're no good. They're no good to you. If you start posting, you're just going to get 0 views. I don't know why it does that, because I tried, because I heard there was like a thing floating around if you had an aged email that somehow made it better. But from my personal opinion, I just create a new account and start posting on that. And then that's when I start to go viral and not using the old account. That's just what's worked for me. All right. Yep. So your page, so the whole thing of Instagram is it makes you just look so much more branded. You look like an actual brand, not a drop shipper. Like on TikTok, it's pretty hard. Like if you have like 10K followers on TikTok, you look somewhat established, somewhat like a brand. But if you have 10K followers on Instagram, you look more like a brand, you look more established. Like me personally, when I'm buying clothes off Instagram, like you see those Instagram pop-up ads, like just a streetwear type shit. I'm gonna buy something off Instagram when I see it and it looks cool on an account that has 10K, but if I see it on TikTok, I'm gonna be a little bit more hesitant. So this TikTok just looks way more branded and way more professional. All right. Things that we never want to do on Instagram. This used to be a huge trend back in like 2023, was like buying accounts. A lot of people would like go to these meme pages that kind of stopped posting, or just these older accounts that already had like 5K followers on them and just buy the account. You don't want to do that. All right, buying accounts, buying followers, just don't do that. Stay away from it. One, you're just going to waste your money. Two, you should be good enough at this or get good enough at this that you can just blow up an account by yourself. Again, like TikTok, don't interact with burner accounts. And then I don't know why I keep on saying it, but don't run ads. We do organic, don't run ads. And then again, peace of mind. What I do, warm up your account to the optimized for you page. To one, more ideas. Two, you know what's trending in the niche. Just stuff like that. Same thing I just do. Post 2 videos a day, 1 hour apart. And then okay, this is the big thing that Instagram just kills TikTok and kills YouTube. You can utilize stories. I mean, you view stories all day on Instagram. Instagram stories are a big thing. Highlights makes your page look more branded. You can put reviews on your highlights. You can put new variants that you came out with. You can put a lot of things in your highlights to make your page look more branded. And you can spam the living fuck out of CTAs. You can spam CTAs all day. Call to actions here, call to actions here, on your stories, on your posts, in the like everything. CTAs, so you can do. All right, when it comes to creating a new account on Instagram, it's kind of hard to tell because Instagram is a lot like TikTok has explosive growth in the start. Like when you make a new TikTok account, you should be hitting at least 1,000 views within your first 5 videos. But sometimes on Instagram, this just doesn't happen. Sometimes on Instagram, you're stuck around 100 to 500 views for your first like 10 videos. Then you'll start to get pushed. So me personally, I give it around like 20 to 25 videos until I completely cut it. And that's if I'm consistently at like 100 views to like 300 views. Then I'll just cut that account. All right, Facebook. Really, Facebook, there's a button you can click where you connect your Instagram to your Facebook, because obviously Meta, it's the same platform. So whenever I post on Instagram, it just automatically posts to Facebook. But the things you can take advantage of on Facebook is in the comment section, you can put a clickable link that so let's say somebody's like, oh, where do I get this? On Instagram and on TikTok, you can't put like your website.com. You can't do that on those platforms, but on Facebook you can. So it just helps with conversion rates. It helps with all that stuff. And then one thing you can do that's actually kind of funny is you can fight with Facebook Mom. So what I did on one of my products, I use like a crying girl stitch. We'll go into stitches later when it comes more to video creation and like what a stitch is, a stitch video. But there was some mom like talking about how, oh, this girl, I feel so bad for you, this and that. And then a separate account, just a random like burner account on Facebook, I went in, I'm like, oh, you shouldn't feel bad for her. She's crying about nothing. This product's trash. And the mom got super defensive because she probably had a daughter and she saw a girl crying, and then she saw me like a hate comment underneath. Little she know this is my account. And then it just starts a chain. Other moms chime in, shit like that, which helps you boost in the algorithm because comments, people go to the comments and your videos playing in the background, watch time, all of that is just helping you go more viral. So that's just like a little cheat, little hack you kind of use on Facebook. Facebook, I mean, it takes a while for your Facebook to get going, to be honest. I don't really know why it is. That's why I just post my Instagram videos. I really don't check Facebook that often. Like I'll check it maybe once a day just to see how the videos are doing. But a lot of times it can take you like 30 to 50 videos for your Facebook to actually gain traction. I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's an older platform and maybe people aren't scrolling brain rotting on Reels as much as they do on Instagram and TikTok, but that's just what I've seen in my experience. All right, but now we'll get into YouTube. YouTube is really hit or miss. So obviously you guys know YouTube Shorts, that audience is completely fucking fried. That audience is so fried. It's just a bunch of young kids scrolling, brain rot kids, but products that can go viral on there could be like stuff like kid toys. Like kid toys tend to go more viral on YouTube Shorts because kids see that and they're like, "Oh, I want this product." But YouTube really isn't something you want to focus when you're first starting your product. You want to get your TikTok, you want to get your Instagram going. But the one thing I've seen that helps you go viral on YouTube is like if your Instagram, TikTok are already doing well, and now you're like, all right, I kind of want some YouTube videos to blow up, I guess is what you would say. You want to make your content like super highly edited. Like think of it like a Mr. Beast video or like just like one of those popular YouTubers. You want to make your video really highly edited, like bunch of cuts, bunch of shit jumping all over the screen, and like maybe throwing an AI voiceover too, just to keep even more engaged because these kids are their brains are straight rotten. So if you're trying to focus on YouTube, maybe the product you're running right now is a toy product. Maybe just try a super highly edited video and post it on Shorts. That probably has a pretty good chance of going viral. But also, YouTube is the worst converting platform by far. I mean, Instagram and TikTok, those are your main two. Facebook is kind of the repurposing. Maybe if you have a product that suits more of an older audience, that's where you take advantage of Facebook. And then YouTube is just, I just repost the video I made on TikTok onto YouTube. I don't really focus on YouTube too much, but I have heard of other dropshippers who have made a lot of money from YouTube. So just make sure you're posting on all four platforms. But yeah, we'll get into the next video.